All right, welcome to the Eric J. the Great podcast show. Got a special guest on the show today. Got three amazing authors right here. Got Marie McKenzie, have
Coach Tanysha Carrol and Coach
Tanysha Carrol.
Oh, you're trying to say my name?
And Wendy B Rhodes.
Dr. Wendy Rhodes.
Wendy Rhodes, okay.
Coach Dr. Wendy Rhodes, yes.
Okay. So how are y'all doing today?
Doing awesome.
Thank you.
All right. So basis of this episode today for everybody's gonna listen to this is around the anthology that all these authors are working on called Are You Lit? Everybody's taking a chapter and writing about their own businesses and things like that. It's kind of a unique thing because I know when I interviewed Marie back in the past, that was the first time I ever heard of something like that, like multiple authors splitting up a book. I just thought one author just write a book and that was it, you know. So y'all can kind of just take turns explaining like the basis of how this came about and what's in the book without telling too much and things like that.
Okay. My name is Marie McKenzie, Coach Marie McKenzie. I'm a rape kit expert, advocate, sexual assault examiner, and registered nurse. This Are You Lit is the vision of our coach, Doreen Lettsome Reed, Dr. Doreen Lettsome Reed. And Are You Lit? Lit is leaders intentionally trailblazing. So we all released our businesses. There are 10 of us released our businesses recently. So we each have a chapter in the book. And I coach, I provide confident, compassionate, confidential coaching to help survivors overcome the thought of being traumatized a second time, positioning them as powerful self-advocates instead of shut in mentally, physically, and emotionally, silently hurting due to unresolved trauma, internalizing needlessly. You know, sometimes when things happen to us, we like keep it in and re-victimizing ourselves over and over. The anger, the pain, we don't talk about it. So that's what it means, internalizing needlessly. And it doesn't have to be that way. We can get help. You know, the ball is in our court, make the call. And that's how each of us have a different platform, and we speak about it in the book.
Okay. And did one of y'all want to have the floor? Y'all could just take turns.
Okay.
Well, I'm Tanysha Carrol, and my part in the book, Are You Lit? Leaders Intentionally Trailblazing, discusses my coaching with moms of tween daughters, ages 8 to 12, how to navigate their relationship with humility and grace using music therapy, biblical principles, and clarity to get on assignment. It is to rethink madness, and I have changed the definition of madness to motivating accountability with determination to avoid distractions with necessity to achieve eternal success and satisfaction. And so where madness previously is about chaos and anger and disruption, we're changing it to something positive that mothers can implement to be a good example for their daughters and help them to have a positive relationship together.
Okay.
Okay. And I am Dr. Wendy Rhodes, and I am an emotional wound care coach and expert. I provide a safe and confidential space for women to heal from emotional traumas caused by rape, sexual assault, and domestic violence, to experience self-love redefined that's beautifully integrated with love. So the acronym WOUND stands for Women Overcoming Unresolved Issues with Necessity and Determination. I take my 20 plus years of nursing and wound care, and I break down the stages of natural wounds and compare them to spiritual wounds using biblical principles so that it can bring about healing to the soul. So these ladies will know that you are not your trauma.
Mhm.
Okay. And welcome Roger to the Eric J the Great podcast. Y'all know you popped in when Marie was talking, but everybody was taking turns explaining, their different parts in the Are You Lit book. So you can explain your part as far as like what you have going on.
Thank you. Yeah, I'm in Michigan this weekend. So yeah, absolutely. So thank you for having me on the Zoom. Yes, my name is Reverend Dr. Roger Dixon Sr. I'm a success coach and mentor to men ages 20 to 40 returning from the criminal justice system. And I've been doing this for over 30 years now. And what I was able to do, Are You Lit? With my coach, Coach Lee, what I was able to do is create an academy. And my academy is called Your Future with Success Academy. And what that academy provides, it provides opportunity for change. And that change through leadership training, educational resources, employer referrals, help them get jobs. And also, we also give family advocacy. We advocate for families. But the most important of all, we try to put together a program in the academy for prison reform. And how we can achieve that prison reform is by partnering with community leaders, faith-based organizations, and intensive group coaching that I do with men who are already out to allow them to reach their level of success with 4 factors that will be featured in the academy. And those 4 factors are goals, optimism, focus, and perseverance. And the key I've often mentioned to the men as well is that once they achieve that, I have a hashtag that be your own success champion. And I explain to them, how they reach their level of success. And I do follow up when they get out as well. And this is my passion, and this is who I am. And thank you once again.
Okay. So the first thing I think about when Marie told me what was going on as far as the Are You Lit, when she reached out to me, when you had this many people moving parts involved in one thing, first thing I think about is when I used to play sports. Like, you playing a sport, you have to have chemistry when you're dealing with a whole lot of different people and y'all trying to accomplish the same thing. So kind of explain how the chemistry goes, even though people are writing their own individual chapters into it, but I have to think that it has to be some type of chemistry there when you working with so many different people, even though y'all not talking about the same thing.
It's
Oh, yes,
amazing.
I'm
Or
sorry.
vision. Go ahead.
No, I'm sorry. You go ahead, Marie.
Yeah, I said it's amazing. The visionary coach Doreen lets them read. She organizes and strategizes, and it's amazing the group of people, how they, as you say, the chemistry is. We all support each other. We meet on Clubhouse and Facebook Live. It's just amazing, and we are there for each other all the time. Thus, we're here presenting as the united team to make this a success for all of us.
All right.
Yes. What I wanted to say is even though she worked with us individually on our goals as far as starting our business within 90 days, unlocking what's inside of you is basically what she did. She unlocked what we had, basically we just handed to her, and she just, it was able to help us to dig down deep to find that thing. But what I found so amazing is that everything that we do intertwines some kind of way. And it's basically like, I think I had mentioned something about like healing the family, the whole family unit. It's you think about like each person that's within the book. Without giving too much, basically, it's like I look at Marie's portion, as far as dealing with women who have, who's going through the process with being raped and different things, and how she has to advocate and be there to support them. And then you got Tanysha's part with the tweens and everything, and trying to help the family as a unit. And Dr. Dixon is helping those criminals and, or people to be restored. From where they were. And then other people that are within this book, everybody intertwined some kind of way as the family unit to help with healing some kind of way, but it always goes back to the family some kind of way. And that's what I saw, as to how we are all are like it intertwines and connects in that way.
Absolutely.
Absolutely. I just want to add as well on there. We have that great chemistry. We have and all those to have that great content, we got to have a great coach. And that great coach, as you said before, when you're on the baseball field or football field, you have a coach to get the best out of you. What's inside of you, that talent. Get that talent out. And that's what we do. We come together, we help each other. The key is helping one another. And that chemistry lies within how we feel when we go on Clubhouse, how we interact and share by each other's topic or think they have to say. And that's what she did for me, and I'm sure other coaches as well. And a lot what's on the inside, well, what are you holding back that you can have a force in your topic, in your prison ministry? What are you holding back? And I'm sure that's what she said to all of us, as she coached us. Because coaches is more than just telling people what to do or giving advice. Coaches being there for them, and that's why we, as a group, as a team, we here for each other. But the chemistry is that we can all come together in love and continue just to be on each other's platform, because it intertwines with what I'm going through. Because over the years, a lot of men have come to me and said things to me from a women perspective. I can't answer that. Well, Reverend Dixon, my wife or my girlfriend is having woman problems, but I don't know what the situation is. She kind of moody sometimes. I don't understand. And so when I hear all my sisters here, the coaches and pastors, and I say, gee, well, that's what they said to me about 10, 15, 20 years ago, and I couldn't even answer that. But now what God has done, put us all together, that we can help each other. I can go to Coach Marie and say, look here, I got one of the men saying this or saying this right here, and Coach Wendy, absolutely. But the key is, I get excited every time we have. I get excited. I mean, I really do, because that's who I am, from my heart. Because we there to make a difference. The key is making a difference. We have different platforms, but in all reality, we work together, and that chemistry is how we gel together to make each other grow. We can't grow by ourselves, but that chemistry is how we work together. That's the key. And how our coach allow us and help us to work together for the common good of Are You Lit? Yes, we are. We're trailblazers.
Yes, we are.
Yeah.
We are lit.
Yes, we are. Yes, we are.
Yeah. So for any other experienced authors out there that's going to be watching this, what is the benefit of doing a co-author book, and kind of like explain the business side of that as far as like, you have a lot of people putting into one book, like how's the business side and the benefits of doing it?
Well, I say that some of the benefits are that you do not have to have the whole manuscript yourself, because that can be daunting sometimes when you are writing an individual book. When you write an anthology, you've come together to agree on a particular topic, but you offer it in a different perspective based on whomever is writing at the time. You also have the ability to sell it on your own platform, um, at your own price. And it may have one, it it will have, you can set your own price and you put it on your website and buy your copies individually and based on what you feel that it is worth. And it is unique based on whomever the person is. Because I may feel like my book is worth $9.99. It doesn't change what's in it. It doesn't change, but I can. Everybody is different in how they choose to price their book, but we all understand that it's all valuable, and it's not any less valuable based on whomever chooses what their price point might be. And you are able to, in the same way when you're an individual writing a book, you have your own links and your own access. It's not that different. I think the only difference is that I would not have the full manuscript. Individually, we don't all have the full manuscript. I have my part, and then I have the finished product as an author. And so the visionary author and the publisher have the complete manuscripts with everybody's chapter together. And we would order our books directly from them. And that simplifies, some people, that process of ordering those books and things like that, having to go in there might not be your strength. And when especially if you're a newer author or something like that, and you're just getting your feet wet. So I feel like it's a good way to get started when you're thinking about writing. It's a good way to utilize and to introduce yourself. For us, we're introducing new businesses. And so collaborating on an anthology is an excellent way to introduce a new platform to the world. And so that's what my view of the business part of and collaborating on the anthology.
I just want to say not all anthologies are set up the way that ours is. So different groups will have their own different. We are launching our business, and the anthology or chapter is part of launching our business.
Mhm.
Okay.
Yes.
Oh, it is.
As I just want to reiterate what I said earlier, is that what this anthology would do for me and my platform and the people, that I serve, the men ages 20 to 40, is that all the questions that was asked over the years, I wasn't able to ask different things because it involved ladies, an answer from a lady or a coach or whoever that person might be. And now what I can do is go to the anthology book and refer whatever question might be asked to me of the men, whatever coach is in that book. I said, well, I know Coach Marie right there. She covers this. And I know, Johnny, you asked this question, so I'm going to refer her to you. So that's what that's going to do for me, is open up a wide range of platforms and topics that the men have asked me over the years, and I couldn't answer that because that wasn't my expertise. And now we got expertise with the coaches, various coaches within the book. I can refer them to. That's going to be detrimental for me. It'll be super, because before I couldn't answer certain questions. They asked me about my wife or my girlfriend having this problem right here. I'm going through this. I'm going through that, and it wasn't precise in what they were saying. And now I have a book of some great authors in there, coaches that can assist the individuals that I serve. So that's what's going to be a good outlet for me and the people I serve.
Great point, Dr. Dixon.
One of the other things with doing anthologies is that even though you have your chapter in the book, you can also monetize different things that you do within your chapter. Like you can do t-shirts, you can do flashcards, you can do what is it called? Master classes, different things like that. But, like we said, we're starting a business, but different anthologies, you still can pull from that and do a lot of different things to monetize your chapter, even though it is just, it's just a chapter. You don't have to do all of the hard part of it. All of the footwork is done for you. I've been a visionary before, so I've had to do all of that, and it's a lot of work. It's a lot of work.
And one thing that I can see, from a consumer perspective, like people that goes out and buys books and things like that, when you read a book and it only has one author, after the first couple of chapters, you'd be like, all right, I kind of know the direction of where this book is going to go, because there's only one person's writing it. But since y'all have so many people writing different chapters, it keeps your mind engaged and on point, because it's a different twist every time you change the chapter. So that's kind of interesting.
Right.
Absolutely.
Yeah, so
I think that's part of the uniqueness too of having so many people, just the personalities even. Although we are intertwined, we're extremely unique in our personalities.
Right.
Right.
And our businesses.
Yeah.
Our platforms are all unique to us. Yes.
Right. So when do y'all anticipate to drop the book? And I know it's some other authors that might not be that's not on here right now, but just tell the people in your own opinion, what can they expect from this book when it drops?
Mm-hmm.
We're anticipating a Black Friday release, and it's going to be lit.
Right.
You can't afford to not get a copy.
Okay.
We have 10 leaders intentionally trailblazing. I mean, we are commissioned by the master businessman, Jesus Christ. We are commissioned to go out and coach people in need. So we are not like hiding behind anything. It's no fluff. It's a whole different playing field. We are literally lit.
That's right, Coach Marie. And also the most important thing of all, I remember years ago, my mentor had mentioned, that some things in life, you're that person, Brother Dixon, you're that person going to go out there. You have what the people need, but they don't know who you are yet. And we are those authors. We have what the people want, but they don't know yet. But once they read that book, it's, oh, she's here, he's right there. I've been wanting this all these years, but this book is awesome. I'm going to refer this to my friends or whoever the case may be. So it's just a referral basis as well. So it's just something that we got put together, and people haven't heard this before. It's nothing new, but it's new from us to them, so they can benefit by it. That's all. And we are lit, though.
There are people out there that are not aware of the problems they have. When they read this book or listen to us speak, our solution will attract their problem. Some of them don't even know the problem they have. So this is going to open up their mind, let them see, oh my Lord, I really do need that. So we have solutions that will attract the problems.
Okay. So when did you guys started first working on this project, and who sparked the idea of you guys working together to get this done?
Our coach, Dr. Doreen Letsum Reed. And it's actually 90 days from start to finish to launching our businesses. This is, 90 days. That's amazing.
Yeah, that's pretty intense to go 3 months with everybody putting all this into one project. That's pretty intense.
Plus our individual businesses.
Right.
So while we were writing the book, we're preparing to launch our business. I remember the first day I met her, within minutes, she would be like, "Oh, I see you doing this." And it was laser focused, progressive, you could, it was amazing. And it went exactly as she envisioned it from 2 minutes in. I introduced myself and it was like, we're on the ground running. She's lit.
But you know what? What's amazing is that each one of us that's in this book, we've already been doing this stuff.
Yeah.
We've been giving of ourselves, and we've been doing this all the time, but not really, not starting a business, doing what we already naturally do. And it was just a matter of putting it all together, just putting it all together. But we already was pretty much doing it, and like unlocking what's inside of us.
Yeah, so we're bringing forward our transitional skills into this business. So it's not that we are learning new skills. These were skills and knowledge that we had over time. Yeah.
So kind of one by one, explain all you guys individual businesses or what you got going on.
Okay, I'm Coach Marie Go ahead, Coach Carrol.
Okay. I am Coach Tanysha Carrol, and my business is Rethink Madness Coaching, and it is coaching for mothers of tween daughters. And the purpose is to help them navigate their relationship with humility and grace, and to resolve conflict, help them resolve conflict, help them rethink madness. I think I shared at the beginning that we changed the definition of madness, helping them to resolve their lack of understanding of their assignment, and to resolve conflict, the communication disparities. And we utilize music therapy primarily, as well as biblical principles and clarity to get the moms on assignment so they can lead their daughters in a more efficient and structured way, with love and with grace. And so we in our coaching program are very focused and utilize music activities as the foundation.
Okay. Someone else wanted to speak.
I am Coach Marie McKenzie. I'm a rape kit expert, advocate, sexual assault nurse examiner, and registered nurse for over 24 years. And I provide confident, compassionate, confidential coaching through the rape kit process of each state in the US to help victims overcome the thought of being traumatized a second time, positioning them as powerful self-advocates instead of becoming emotionally, mentally, spiritually, and physically shut in. Shut in, silently hurting due to unresolved trauma, internalizing needlessly. So they're victimized and they go in and close the curtains, the anger, the fear, the shame, they keep inside, bottled up. They may be walking around each day, looking good on the outside, but haven't dealt with the trauma. So they're replaying it in their head over and over, internalizing. So with my coaching, we peel back the layers. We go through healing scriptures and, get them on their way, and several other processes.
Okay, and Dr. Wendy Rhodes, and I'm an emotional wound care coach and expert. So I went through earlier saying exactly what I do, but to really break it down in a different way is that you have a lot of people that are scarred and have gone through so many different traumas that they hold on to. Well, my coaching is designed to allow them to be able to open up so that we can find out exactly like the staging as to where they are and how we're going to unlock them or open them up in a way for them to be able to even tap into what has happened to them, being real with themselves, and not only just being real with themselves, but forgiveness and different things like that, and tapping into why are they angry, and is it a generational curse, is it something that happened in the family line that caused a lot of different things, and who did it, or whatever. But the biblical principles is based off of Isaiah 61, 1-3. And I will tell people all the time that I know without a shadow of a doubt that God has anointed, appointed, and authorized me to help to set the captives free and to heal the brokenhearted. Because we got so much brokenness out here in this world. Got all of these broken people out here, and it's just not fair for them to be hurting and going through all of that when God has placed me, the one who has dealt with everything that they've dealt with, and God has helped me, delivered me, healed me, loved me through it all, and brought me through it. And that's why I'm here. So
Absolutely. Roger, did you have anything?
Yes, I want to add also, as far as with my style of coaching as well, as I indicated before, break it down a little bit there. I'm an expert in my field for 30 plus years, success coach and mentor. Young men out there also, that Coach Marie said it, and also Coach Wendy, and we here just to make a difference. See where they're hurting at, and see what we can do. As for me, with the men that I serve, is that I want to unlock what's inside of them. And so the academy would bring out their very, very, very best, because I want them to be their own success. As my coach, I want them to be their own success champion. And what that emphasizes is this: once they go through the academy, then they know they have value. Most young men do not think they have value, and they think society have done away with them in a negative way, and they haven't had anything from the community to have some benefit or any encouragement to move in the right direction. So that's what the academy will do for them. But the most important thing is to let them know that they are valued, and their value works with them once they lock in. I'm convinced once I teach them what's on the inside of them, unlock what's on the inside of them. You'd be surprised when you talk to someone over a period of time, maybe 3 months or 4 months or 6 months, they have great potential. And I want them to see the potential they have and what they can do to take back, their community. When I say take back the community, be a pillar in the community. So look here, this is what God did. Everything is on biblical principles, and everything that we do. So I want them not to have their own agenda. I want them to have the agenda that God gives them, so they can be the best of who they can be, and help others also be the best of what they can be. But the academy itself have great leadership and educational resources as well. And we strive to be the best that we can be. I always tell the men all the time, be the best that you can do, and help others be the best as well. It's not all about you all the time. See what you can do once you get out in your community and your family and your community and the people that you hang around with, teach them the same thing. But the key is, I want them to be their own success champion because they are valued. They have value. And I want them to understand that and see that. And put God at the forefront of their lives every day. And a lot of them don't have that mentality as far as in the Christian perspective. So that's what I'm there for, just to should be in the right direction and continue to follow with them so they can be on the straight and narrow, because they sometimes have a tendency to go another direction, but I'm there to make sure they do the right thing.
Yeah. Yeah, and everything that y'all saying is tied us into the reason why I started a podcast back in April of 2020. I was in the military for 8 years. I went to Afghanistan twice. Lost a lot of close people that I was friends with in war. And one thing that I noticed, especially in the military and just people that I grew up around, the mental health aspect is real absent in the everyday life. When I lost one of my good friends on my last deployment in Afghanistan, I went in like a real deep depression for about a year. And then when I came out of that, going to behavioral health every week for a year straight just helped me get back mentally stable. And I preach that to new friends that I met recently and just people in general. Mental health is like real important, and I just think the way the society is set up, we've been so systematically trained to just get treated bad and just supposed to just take it on the chin and just keep moving and not deal with that issue mentally to get over that hurdle. And so everything y'all saying ties into, the reason why I started podcast, because like a lot of people need to hear different perspectives from people from the same background and different backgrounds to get reassurance in themselves, to know people go through similar things, like no matter what level of life they're on. Just because this person might be a millionaire or he might have all the materialistic stuff that you might not have, don't mean that he might not be depressed or going through or might not feel happy with himself. You know what I'm saying?
And there is no shame in getting help. Let's remove the stigma. There's no shame in getting help. You don't have to try to keep it a secret or feel ashamed to get help. We all do need help sometimes. Everybody experiences trauma differently, and their reaction will be different. Some may go seek treatment right away while others become shut in. So, but there is no stigma attached. There shouldn't be any shame. So you don't have to be shut in. You don't have to try to do it alone. Just make the call.
It's true. The other part of that is unfortunately, and I know it sounds negative, and I don't want to be sounding negative, but it's the reality of it, that healthcare has changed.
It is the reality.
Healthcare used to be about care and cure. You don't see a lot of that anymore because it's so much to it, and I'm not going to get into it, but it used to be a lot on care and cure. But the reason why I was bringing that up is because when you have coaches like us, we're the buffers. We're the buffers, because whereas now when they see you in the clinic because you got this mental health issue, they want to throw this pill at you. If not one, two, they want to throw this pill at you when that pill is not helping you to be able to open up and really, truly get to the nitty-gritty of what's really happening. That pill, it just covers it up.
Yes.
Nobody needs a mask. They need to unleash. They need to be able to open up and say, I'm hurting here. And it's like, who do I trust? I can't go to my doctor because I don't trust my doctor with me, because every time I go in there, he don't hear me or she don't hear what I'm saying. And I need that ear, because I've been holding this for 20, 30 years and I feel like I'm dying. And I need somebody to hear me. I don't need another pill on my dresser, you know. And so it's different, but we're the buffers, and that's what we're here for, and that's what God anointed us to do.
Yes.
This is what he brought us here to do, just that.
Amen.
Yeah.
I just want to piggyback up with Dr. Wendy. Absolutely. What really blew me away, I guess I'm going back maybe 25 years ago. I was having a group study inside the prison. I have a group of maybe about 20 to 25 men. Then one of the officers came in and said, pill call. Half of my group got out and went to get a pill. And I didn't realize at that time, pill call. I said, what is it? I said, well, these, and the other guy said, well, those are the guys that have mental health issues or have other issues, and they get a pill every day. It's like Coach Wendy said, it doesn't heal the process. It's put a Band-Aid on it. Pill call, and half my group got up and walked out, and I was blown away, because that's the first time I ever experienced that. I said, oh my gracious. In other words, they get that every single day, and it doesn't heal anything. It's just a Band-Aid. So when they get out in the community, and then they might, if they don't have some kind of setting or a doctor or a type of a person that can help them resolve what they're going through, then they might do something else, or maybe commit another crime or do something that against their will, not knowing. So mental health is running rapid in the system, and it's no fix in sight, seriously. And every single day, pill call, and that's not the fix. It's a Band-Aid.
Yeah, absolutely. And like I tell a lot of people that I come in contact with, and people that's close to me, everybody has their own process of healing and things like that. Everybody might not go see help at the same time. It might take a person 6 months to go see a coach or a behavior health specialist or something like that, versus somebody can go right away when they first realize they have an issue. But I think a lot of this stuff can be resolved if people just remove the pride and ego away, because a lot of people will hide behind that, and to not address what they know or hold themselves accountable, to be like, I know I got this issue, but I'm not going to deal with it because I might think I care what people think about me, or what people going to say, or living up to this certain stature. And if people just do away with that, it'll be people will be able to come around more, because I know that me personally, like I tell some of my friends, and I had a couple friends go to behavioral health after I persuaded them to go. When I told them my experience, I was like, when I first went, I was kind of 50-50 about it. But then I told them, like, after 2 or 3 months, I actually looked forward to going, because it was like a stress reliever. Because I was like, you have people in your family that you can talk to, but like a lot of stuff that I was going through, like, they couldn't really relate to it, even though. So it's kind of like going out one ear out the other. But when I was talking to that person, and it's almost like we built a relationship, 'cause I talked to this person for 2 straight years every week in person. So like it just kept getting easier and easier to talk. And then I just kept looking forward to it. I was talking to him an hour a day, an hour twice a week. So it was just became easier and easier, and it just became something I look forward to. So I try to throw that light out there when I know people tell me that they have certain issues and things like that.
Yeah. What also happened with a lot of rape victims, they blame themselves. You know, if I didn't drink so much, if I wasn't doing drugs with them. While I promote good judgment, you're not your trauma. You know, so shutting it in and blaming yourself will just eat at you. You know, you're just going to remain a shut-in. So let's deal with it, get it out, and, you know, you can get healing. So stop the self-blaming and shame.
Okay, so as far as the book, where would it be available at? Like what platforms would be available for people to buy it and things like that?
We'll all have it on our individual platforms. Plus it will also be on Amazon
Okay.
and other outlets. Yeah.
Okay. So do y'all have any anything else that y'all plan on working on in the future? Like y'all plan on tackling in the future that y'all have in the works, or y'all haven't thought about it yet?
Well, I would say that nothing is fully set in stone about what we are going to do in the future, but we will be working together on several projects. That's the other good thing about coming together in an anthology is that you can utilize one another's strengths to not only build your platform and grow it, but also the other person. And, you know, because of what Coach Marie does, it allows me to enter into an arena I may not have normally stepped into because it doesn't personally apply to me. But now that I am aware of her because of our connection through the anthology, I can recommend, and Dr. Dixon has been saying this all night, we can recommend to someone else, but it also gives us the opportunity, you know, those of us who service women, we are able to come together uniquely and do something just for women. Do events just for women, host a podcast specific to women issues and things that women are struggling with. So, like I said, there are things that are not particularly set in stone as of yet, but we have already committed to one another, just our time, our effort, and our businesses to walk together and go up the ladder together. Like it's better for us all to win together than for one to try and win over here alone. The word of God says that 2 is better than 1. So we got 10, so we on good. We good.
And as Dr. Dixon alluded to earlier, he works with men, but indirectly he works with women. Those men are husbands, they're fathers, they're sons. So we're all in this together. We are healing the nation, you know, so one coach at a time or a group of us at a time. So, wow, what a platforms.
Yeah. It's collaboration over competition.
Yes, exactly. Couldn't have said it better.
Collaboration over competition.
Yeah, there's no competition here.
Yeah. We don't have a reason to compete because the way that I look at it is each one of us really deal with a different age groups and different things, but we all still can come together and again heal the family as a whole.
Yeah.
Because if the father, the husband, the boyfriend or whatever is in jail and the wife or the girlfriend or whatever is at home raising the kids, they're going to need that tween coach. And then if something happens to one of them where somebody gets, Lord forgive, You know, if something happens where somebody gets raped or whatever, somebody's going to need an advocate.
Mhm.
If something happens where their spirits get broken or whatever, and they become angry or feel rejection and different things, then here I am.
Yes.
So we all work together, and even, with Dr. Doreen, with everything with her, over her years of healing and different things, she bring a whole nother thing, to the table. So it's like we all, and then you have the mother that couldn't conceive, that was having issues like the issue of blood. We even have that person, so it's like that's the whole family. That's the whole family. That's the whole
It
entire.
is the whole family covered.
That's the baby all the way to grandma now. No.
Yes, that's true.
Yes, yes, yes.
Right.
But I want to say from time to time, there have been times that I have ministered to the young ladies out there as well, but not often. But sometimes they know I'm there, and they might have a particular day I'm there. They might recommend me to see them, and sometimes the chaplain asks me, "Well, so and so." I said, "How do they know about me?" And said, "Well, the men told them about you, and they don't have anybody to come this particular day. Can you go and see them?" I said, "Sure." And I've done it on occasion. So, and you're right, it's a lot of men, but sometimes the sisters out there and the ladies, they also want me to come and just share from a man perspective, as a father perspective.
Yeah.
Mhm.
And they look at me as their father or grandfather at times. So I go, but I do recommend other ladies in the community to come with me as well, yeah, from time to time. But in saying that, yeah, with the coaching that we have in the anthology, what I would like to do in the next, maybe in 2023, is invite some of the coaches to be on my platform to give a workshop or something like that, and different things, throughout the year. That's what I plan on doing, yes.
Oh, that's awesome.
And you guys are awesome. All of you, all the coaches. I always write down notes and everything with Dr. Wendy and Coach Marie and Coach Tisha and everybody. I always write things down. Just make sure that I'm on point. So and you ladies are just awesome. That's all I gotta say. I'm glad that God allowed me to be around you, because it's just what you're saying is what we need in the community, especially in Black and Brown community. All communities, but in our community as a whole.
Yes, yes, yes. We are lit.
Absolutely. And
Marie,
we definitely
I
trailblazers.
love it.
Exactly, right?
Oh my God.
Oh my gosh.
So we can go in order from Marie all the way to Roger. Any last words that you all want to put out about the Are You Lit anthology, and also if you want to promote anything y'all got going on individually, and let people know how to find you guys on social media and things like that.
Okay, I'm Coach Marie McKenzie. You can follow me in all social media platforms, even on TikTok as Marie McKenzie. My website, marielmckenzie.com. Email marielmckenzie@gmail.com. And Are You Lit will be released in November, Black Friday. Don't miss it. Leaders intentionally trailblazing. Thank you.
Well, I am Coach Tanysha W. Carrol, and I coach moms. I'm a music therapy expert, and I coach moms of twin daughters. And you can connect with me at www.tanishawcarrol.com. Also, I am on Facebook, Tanysha Carrol, Instagram, Tanysha Carrol, and I'm on assignment. And you can follow us and keep up with us in the month of November, because we'll be in various podcasts and television shows. So be sure to follow all of us so that you can see us and support the interviews and conversations that we're going to be a part of as we prepare for our release and before on Black Friday.
All right, and Dr. Wendy Rhodes. You can find me on all social media platforms at Dr. Wendy Banks Rhodes on all social media platforms. My website is selfloveredefined.com. I do have a private group on Facebook as well. That's selfloveredefined.com. I have a new podcast, which is the Dr. Wendy Rhodes Show, and that's on various platforms as well. And yes, we are lit.
All right. I'm Reverend Dr. Roger Dixon, Senior Success Coach and Mentor with men ages 20 to 40, returning from the criminal justice system. I want them to own their success and be their own success champion. I can be found on Facebook, Instagram, and LinkedIn, and Twitter. And my website is www.rodixonsr.com, and my email is rdixon532000@yahoo.com. Feel free to reach out to me at any time for any advice, any coaching. I'm there. This is my passion. This is who I am. Thank you.
Yeah, absolutely. Like I tell everyone, I appreciate everyone that comes on the show. You know, this started from nothing, and you know, I'm seeing good progress here recently, and I appreciate everyone coming on the show tonight. And anytime you guys want to come on individually, if you want to talk about something or come on together again, you know, you can contact me on Instagram at Eric J the Great, or on my Facebook page, the Eric J the Great podcast. And I respond to Instagram more because for some reason, more quicker, because my Facebook, I got my personal and my business Facebook page connected together. And for some reason, my business Facebook, it sends notification, but it don't make a sound. So I had to physically switch it over to look to see what's over there. But
Yeah, that's a change. It wasn't like that before.
yeah. So, but yeah, I appreciate everyone coming on today, and everybody that's gonna watch this episode. Be on the lookout for the Are You Lit anthology. It's gonna be a great book with a lot of great people giving a lot of great information in each chapter. And I appreciate everyone that's been supporting the podcast. We almost at 2,500 subscribers on YouTube, and the 6 figures on views on YouTube now. So I appreciate everyone that's been supporting on all the different 15 platforms that I'm on. So I appreciate it. And I'm gonna drop this the Tuesday before Black Friday. So I give it a couple of days before the actual date. I know Black Friday is on the 11th. Well, no.
No,
Friday,
24th
the 24th.
or the 25th, one of those.
25th.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, so I'll drop it on the 22nd of November.
Okay, awesome.
Thank you.
We look forward to it.
Thank you so much.
Thank you for having us.
Tonight.
Appreciate you.
Thank you so much for having us on your platform.
No problem. Anytime y'all want to come on, you know, I'm notification away. Just hit me up if you got something individually going on or as a group.
Thank you so much.
Thank you. We'll be back.
Thank you, listeners. I know
Thank
you're
you
not
all
live,
so
but
much.
yeah, thank you.
All right, you guys have a good night.
All right.
Thanks, Eric.
Thank
You
you.
too. Bye-bye. Bye, team.
My team.
Bye,
That's
good
all.
night.